Hello, my name is Aaron, and welcome to Board Games, Bricks, and Hobbies. This is a series where I take a look at one of the games in my collection and give my thoughts about it. I'll talk about my likes and dislikes, as well as if I think the game is going to stick around. Today we are taking a look at Ice Cool. Yeah, it's a bad pun. Alright, so before we get into what I like about the game, let's start with the premise. In Ice Cool, you are penguins at a high school trying to run around and collect fish. And one person is the hall monitor trying to catch everyone else. So the game consists of flicking penguins around and collecting fish. That's pretty much the game. So with that, let's go ahead and get into what I like. So, what do I like about the game? Well, bad puns aside, I think the implementation of the theme is very well done. I especially like the way the components work out. The board is made up of a bunch of boxes that nest into the main box, so it kind of puzzles its way in here, and I think that's done in a really clever fashion. So, components are good, and well, that's about everything that I liked about the game. Let's get into what I didn't like. So, what do I dislike about Ice Cool? Well, for one, the player count. It maxes out at 4 players, and I know that there is a second version that you can add that takes it up to 8 players, but just right out of the box, you can only play with 4. And for what I see as something that's supposed to be a silly party dexterity game, I don't like the fact that it caps out at 4 players. When I'm playing something silly and ridiculous like this, I want more people involved. The second thing that I don't really care for in this game is just how difficult it is to score points. At the end of each round, you score points based off of if you have an ID card or not. But if you are a runner, the maximum number of ID cards you can ever have is 1. The only way you can get more is if you're the hall monitor, and in that case, the most you can get is 4. But you're really not getting a lot of cards and a lot of points. Plus, the cards are random, and I get that that's supposed to make it so you don't know who's winning, but if someone gets a 1 and someone gets a 3, that's a huge difference. Yes, you can turn in the 1s for roller skates or whatever, but still, I really just don't like the way the scoring is done, and it seems like much ado about nothing. There's also quite a few odd rules about exactly where the penguin lands and how to flick it when it lands in a certain area, and it just seems like the rules for the boundaries are more complicated than they need to be for something that is a silly flicking game. So those are the things I dislike. Let's get into my final thoughts. Alright, so what's the verdict on Ice Cool here? Well, it's not really my cup of iced tea. Ha, bad puns. Subscribe for bad puns? Anyway, I don't really care for it, and I don't know if that's just because I don't care for dexterity games in general, or if I just didn't really care for this one. But it's not going to stay in the collection. The only reason I have it is because I picked it up thrifting for $2, and for that I figured it was worth a shot. I know a lot of people have talked about it and they enjoy it, but it's just not really for me. But based off of this, you probably know exactly whether or not you will like it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks so much for watching the video. I hope to see you again in another one. My name is Aaron from Board Games, Bricks, and Hobbies. Take care.